guys, we're going to go through my tool bag here. It is a Custom LeatherCraft tool bag with the end pocket and the parts organizer. I will put the exact bag down in the description. But this is my grab and go bag. I don't take this into every work order with me, but I have it on the cart or my vehicle close by, grab tools out of it and go. I carry 2 tools in my pocket at all times. Knipex Cobras and a Milwaukee 11-in-1. So as this bag sits right now, it's right around that 26-pound mark. So it ain't the light carry around with you everywhere you go up and down steps type of bag. But if you're in a unit like I am now and you're doing make readies in, it's kind of nice just to have it all. Or if you got a cart, you can throw this on your cart and push it around, have everything you need. But that's what we got. So we're gonna get through it here. Excuse me. Starting with the strap. Obviously, got a little pipe insulation, give it a little more cushion. And then on this end, I have this belt pouch, and it holds extra rubber gloves. I don't know how many times you get in a job and your glove breaks, or you get into something and didn't think about grabbing them. You always have some extras with you. This will hold 4 pairs of gloves. So sits right there on my strap. That's for police, EMS, whoever, whatever, for like a duty belt pouch. So starting on this side, we have the no contact voltage tester. Has high voltage, low voltage, and flashlight. Then we have our outlet and GFI tester. That one's a Klein Tools. Then we have just a cheap Amazon laser thermometer. Then we have the Klein nut driver. Take off the back, put on the front, whatever size you need. Hooks into your impact. Whoops. There we go. Hooks into your impact. Take it, go with it. Nice to have just some extra tools. Locks in there. This little bag, I just have a cheap moisture meter. Constantly finding leaks, looking for leaks, doing stuff, finding moisture in walls. Then over in this corner pocket, which have pencil, right out of lid, ink pen, fine point Sharpie, and then just another regular Sharpie in here, Milwaukee. And then in this pocket I have the jam bar. I have a small chisel, a small hook pick. This little contraption for knocking out pins and door hinges, and I've used it to knock nail pops and drywall back in. And then down in there I have the latching system for our Frigidaire dishwashers. So you can pop that in the door, have the door slightly open, run the cycle and see what's going on. You can actually look inside of there. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and spin around the other side here. So on this side, have our 3/8 drive sockets. We have 9/16, 1/2 inch, 7/16, all in a nice little carrier. Locks in and out. We have our Teflon tape, electrical tape, and some gaskets for the drain lines under the sink. I have the small Knipex flat jaws. Klein side cuts. And then some Harbor Freight crimpers. Pair of Milwaukee strippers. Cheap pair of needle nose pliers. Down here I have a flat scraper. And I believe it's an 8-inch, yep, 8-inch adjustable wrench. Down here I have a vice grip pair of needle nose. If you ever had the 1400 or 1300 series Delta shower cartridges break, trying to get them out, these things are handy for getting in there, locking, pulling them out. And then just a cheap pair of vice grips. Mainly carry these for doing dryer motors. So once you get the drum out, get the belt off, you have to hook this on the pulley of the drum and then go into the blower fan and loosen the fan housing so you can pull the motor out. But I'll use that and let it hit against the side and then loosen it up. So that's this side. Put this away and we'll go to the... Okay, so moving on from this side, we'll go to the end. In this end pocket, I have my mini multi screwdriver, and then a probably unhealthy amount of different bits. So this, you can actually take a striker plate, and if your door's just not quite latching quite right, you can just slightly sheave a little bit of it off. Oh, that bit extension, another 3/8 and 5/16 driver, a couple more just bit receivers, M2 Phillips, and then my 3/8 socket adapter for the sockets on this side. Alright, we're gonna flip around to this end over here, and I guess we'll start on this outside. So this outside pocket, I keep a little square. And then I have my parts organizer down the bottom here. I just keep some extra hardware screws from blinds. Never know when I need some of that. And then in my parts organizer, I have a extra set of screws for oven handles on the Frigidairs. Some 3-inch screws, drywall screws. Then I keep an assortment of small wood screws, self-tappers, some small nuts, just miscellaneous hodgepodge of screws, different screws you might run into. Bamboo golf tees. I have a video on that where I got roasted for using those. Got different kind of drywall anchors, string anchors, the screw in drywall anchors, 9-volt batteries, AA batteries, screws for door handles. We got male, female spades, butt connectors. We got some eyelets down here. We got some 1/4 inch cap offs and splices for the ice maker line that goes to the refrigerators. Get to the point, got a leak, you can cut it, cap it, turn the water back on. That way they can still use the water in their faucet. And we're getting to the point where we are replacing those clear plastic lines for the stainless steel braided lines, because it don't take much. You run over that line a little bit and it punctures a hole in it. It's a bad deal. But our wire nuts, small ones, large ones. But so we keep in that. And here I just keep a little doorknob sign, lets people know that I'm in the unit. Hang that on the door. You come walking to the door, they know you're in there. A lot of times when we weren't using these, have people walk in and startle them. They startle you. Everything else. Roller for the window screen. I don't always carry that, but like I said, I have a screen to do in here. And we got some easy outs for little screws. People like to take their drill and just strip the tarnations out of them. Channel lock pair of pliers. Metric and standard Allens. Down here I have Allens that can go into an impact or a drill. A magnetic adjustable flashlight. A light that clips onto the bill of your hat. Down here I keep a small tape measure, just a little 12-footer. Small putty knife. Kind of a larger putty knife. The reason I keep this is wax rings. I like using that one better than I like this one on wax rings. But got a pair of 10 snips. I really don't use these that often. Probably don't even really need them in here, but when you need it, it's nice to have it. A small little pry bar. Bullet level. A brass wire brush. And a plastic brush. And a little hacksaw. So, get this put away and we'll move on to the next one. Moving on in here, got a small tube of white caulking, pair of scissors, which don't always ride in here, but I'm going to be doing a window screen, so I like just using these to cut the screen with, especially when you're doing it in the unit. You're not using your knife trying to cut it on something, putting a slice in table or flooring or whatever. So got a pair of hemostats here, which I like for digging hair and things out of the drain or garbage disposals. I got an extendo magnet here. So if you ain't ever dropped a screw down on a dryer or something, been in a precarious situation where you could use that instead of having to take the whole thing apart to get to it. Save you some time. We have a flexible bed extension. Here. Pulls out. As a Milwaukee. Get it open here, maybe. There we go. Precision bit screwdriver. All the bits in the handle. Great for thermostats, or it's really nice having the Allen in here for doing towel bars and toilet paper holders. The little screws on the bottom of them. Some of them have Phillips, some of them the Allens. You got more flatheads too, but you have all those in here, so it's kind of a nice all-in-one grab. Long flat head. This is if you can't think of 100 things to use that for in maintenance, I don't know. Down here, carry some grease for high temp grease. It's good for greasing the back bearings on drums, dryer drums. Got a little can of WD-40. Super glue. Got two kinds. Got the fast acting and then kind of the slower stuff. Really, I only need one, but I got two of them in there. Frigidaire oven handles are notorious for the plastic stripping out and pulling the handles off. So what we'll do to extend the life of it is put some super glue in those holes, tighten them back up. That way the next time when they break, then it's time to replace it. Magnetic tray pops open. I have a backup 1101 screwdriver. This little thing, kind of cool. This is a fold-up chisel. Then, if you haven't tried one of these lock picks for quick sets, you can pick a lock in like 2 seconds with this thing. And then I also have just a cheap lock pick set. And then these flathead small screwdrivers. Originally, the old property I was at, the garbage disposal pumps will get gunk built up in them. And you can actually take this and get underneath there through the holes and back the fins and reverse them just enough to start it up again. Kind of break stuff loose. It was nice to be able to try that before having to tear it all apart. Some small tweezers. A extended 4mm Allen. So another property, they have the pancake units, heater units that are above the ceiling, and they have the double blower fan. To get those off, you actually have to go through the fan down to the shaft to release loosen the set screw to get the blower wheel off, and you got to have that extra extension on it. So that's what that's for. And good old garbage disposal wrench. And last but not least, not last but not least, but some faucet grease. Replacing shower cartridges or any sort of plumbing with gaskets. It's a good thing to loop up your O-rings before you put them in. And then right here I just have a 1/2 inch piece of CPVC that I keep zip ties in. You just grab them and go. But going into the last pocket here, it's this middle pocket. I keep my drill, which I prefer to run a drill than an impact. You can dial it down more. If we use the drill bits, you don't have to carry two, and then it does everything an impact will do. Unless I'm driving some screws to no man's land, I just prefer to use a drill. And I have the M12 drill. I have a little socket caddy thing on the back here. Comes in, put it magnetic, some little bits. Keep regular Phillips receiver in here. Long Phillips for doing blinds. The 5/16 and 1/4 inch nut driver. A little 1/4 inch socket adapter, which I'll show you here in a minute what I have that in there for. And then just some random bits back here in the back. Comfortable with that, I have my field piece multimeter. This one is the what's this one? SC260. And I got a little carabiner on the back of that, so I can grab it, hook it on my pocket or my belt. Go. I have the daintiest little screwdriver hiding away in there. Does the job for the most things. And then down here at the bottom, I keep this bit and 1/4 inch socket kit down there. So that's why I keep the 1/4 inch adapter on my drill, so I can grab those, use them, putting furniture together, blower motors, HVACs, I mean, anything you can think of there. So, but anyway, guys, that's my tool bag. Like I said, it's not a bag that I'm gonna carry up and down steps all day long with me. We have townhomes here, so I can throw this on my cart, and then depending on the work order that I go into, I can kind of grab and choose what tools I want to bring in. So that's what we got. Thanks for watching.